Okay, what we got going on there is good. I'm going to take a palette knife. I'm going to load it up with some purple color. Cut a roll of it right across. And decide where we want our mountain to be in the back, in the desert. This is going to be more of a purple color just because it's in the distance. And that's kind of the way it looks. And you'll see that in nature. That some blues look purple, it's all kinds of different things that happens when you really look at it. I don't want to take away too much from this. I'm going to have the mountain start right there. Just take the corner of it. It's a distant mountain. I'm going to peek it. Just like that. Just scrape it in. Hope you can hear that. So I'm kind of scraping it in kind of hard. Okay, I'm going to clean my 2-inch brush off. We need it to be fairly clean when we're going to do this next thing where we're blending this. Take the 2-inch brush and pull it down. And when you're doing this, you can make the mountains as deep, as big as you want, just by how much you pull down. You're not going to see a whole lot with this because of the distance. It's way off. It's way off in the distance. Because it's in the desert. You're not going to see a whole lot of highlight on here either. Because of the distance. Taking my blender brush now, I'm just going to pull down. And in our mountains, we don't really worry about what goes on down here. We get at that misty look because it looks like it's a fog or a mist at the bottom of the mountain. All we really worry about is this edge here. So once we got that going on, I'm going to take that same purple, I'm going to add a little bit of white to it. Get a little roll of paint. And since the sun's over there, it's going to be maybe a lighter color. Just to highlight it. Not snow or nothing. We're just trying to highlight it where the sun's hitting. So I'm just adding some lighter colors. Where you might see. Just barely tapping. You just want to create the illusion. And I think we did. Now we're going to take that blender brush. We're going to tap down here. Create a misty look. Kind of where it blends right in. And this is what you want to kind of create because you don't know where the mountain stops or where it starts. And you got the layers there where the sun's coming out, and then it looks further back and it looks like you got your mountains back there or your sky. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to mix some brown colors and some yellow, cadmium yellow, light brown, Van Dyke brown. So what we're going to do is we're going to make another closer mountain that you would see in the desert. Cut a little roll of paint, and maybe this mountain is off to the side here. We're going to put it up here, right there. It's not going to be like a mountain, because in the desert they're kind of choppy. They're like a more rocky looking mountains. So that's what we're going to create. More of a straight down. What I'm going to do is get some more. I'm going to load up some more brown. More of the darker brown. Get a roll of that on the knife. Right across the edge there. We're going to come down. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. See that? And when you're closer away from the sun, of course, shadows are going to be darker. And we're going to highlight this where the sun might be hitting this. You just want to pull it down here and there and there and here. Different looks. Maybe it's darker right there. After you got that going on, we'll take that same brush that we did back there with the purples. We'll pull some of this brown color down. Maybe it goes right like that. See how you got that mist? This mountain looks like it's closer. That's just what you wanted to create. I'm going to take the blender brush now and blend it like we did back there. You want to try to come up with your lay of your mountain. Maybe it comes straighter. And maybe this peaks more. You just pull it down. Just like that. And you can tap it down here. Give it that misty look. All over. Wherever you think. Right off. Right into the desert. Just tapping it. I'm going to knock off the excess. Now I'm going to go into the palette knife again. Pull some dark color. Get a little roll of paint. And like when we do mountains, we're just going to let it pull it off. It's going to take what it wants and give you the rest. Just barely on an angle. Just tap, just barely touch them. Right where you might want your highlights to be. Maybe some up here. Maybe it's darker. See how that breaks? Makes it look like boulders and rocks. And maybe in here. We'll make it a little darker. Since it's more in the shadows. We'll come back and make it misty. And then over here it's going to be lighter. Maybe right here we can have a peak coming down. Just like that. Darker here. You want those breaks to be in there because it makes it look like there's rocks and boulders. And see how this edge here, then it looks like this is in front of that edge behind there because the way it's sticking out. Let's grab some more color, more Van Dyke brown. You can come right down. Just put it in wherever. Just like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit though. A little bit more brown. I'm going to come right in here. Right where I think it might be. Just like that. Now we're going to take some lighter color, maybe some titanium white on the palette knife, and maybe the colors from the sun hitting off the corner of the mountain. All I'm doing is tapping it. And it's going to take what it wants and give you back the rest. Maybe here and there. Just want that to zing. Just on that corner there. maybe it's up here too. A little bit here and there. A little bit of the corner up there could be hitting. Maybe down here. Who knows? Maybe a little bit more white and a little yellow. Highlight it a little bit. Make it pop a little bit. Just like that. Here and there. Just like that. Clean the palette knife off. Get all the excess off the blender brush. And we'll come in here and tap it again. Just kind of diffuse everything and blend it all together. Give you that misty look down there. Kind of gets the rocks going too. And you can mist it. Have the lay of the land where it looks like it's going up the hill just by how you tap. Just like that. Okay, we got the sun going. Knock off the excess. We'll use that blender brush again. Now over here, we'll have some more land. We'll take the 2-inch brush and we're going to fill it up with some dark color. Because we can highlight, putting a dark color down, you can highlight it with the lighter color. And you'll see when let's say we have something right here going on. Just tapping it. Right there. And when we highlight it with the lighter color, it's going to pop. It's going to come out a lot better. It's really going to highlight. Had a malfunction there. Different layers, different parts that you're going to create. We'll have that back there, and then we're going to bring up some green in the front. And then for that there, we're going to highlight it with some lighter colors. Cleaning my 2-inch brush off, the other one I got going. This one here I'm going to use with lighter browns and yellows. You'll see though,